what that big bang was. For some reason, oh, that's pretty. My phone keeps like, it's on the charger, but it keeps like saying it's charging and then saying it's not charging, saying it's charging and then saying it's not charging. And I'm not sure why. So my phone is at 17%. It's probably going to die soon, and if it does, I am very sorry. And it's apparently going down fast, so unfortunately, I'm trying to. Sorry about the terrible camera work right now. I'm trying to fold up my damn tripod. At least for the last few increments of it. And look at the pretty sunset. No, I'm not being held hostage. I was live streaming for probably about half hour, 45 minutes maybe, something like that. And it was going pretty well, I thought. And then my phone started to die, and then it started not connecting, and I don't know. I'm having connection issues apparently, even though I'm literally right next to the city, so I don't understand why. And I have 3 bars and whatever. But no, I'm not being held captive or hostage. Oh, now I have 11%. Isn't it pretty? I just wish like all the cranes and the stuff wasn't in the way. Yeah, I'm probably gonna start walking back to my car to see, I don't know, maybe the sunset is prettier on the other side. Probably not. I don't know. But my phone's at, well, now it's at 11%. I don't know. It doesn't know what it's doing apparently. Because now it says 10% again. I don't know. It's weird. But yeah, I was through restream so that way I could do multiple platforms at the same time. But restream decided to not have connectivity. So I was like, well, let's try just on YouTube alone. And so that's what I did. I switched to just YouTube because YouTube is my priority over TikTok and what else? I don't know, what else was I streaming on? Oh, Twitch. Because somebody told me that I should do that. So I was like, heck with it. I'll make an account and stream on there too. Why not? But, yeah. Where's the people? I don't know. They all probably went home. There's a couple people over there. There were people around when I got here, but they probably all started heading home. I stopped. I'm heading to Newport next, because I'm gonna go DoorDash down there. But I was driving south from Boston, and traffic was ridiculous, so I did not want to sit in traffic, so I decided to pull in here, watch some planes, check out the fort. I want to come back sometime when the fort's actually open, but and possibly watch the sunset. But yeah, but because of that, it's now kind of dark and chilly, and are gone. Sorry about looking really complete. At least when I go on the other side of this building up here, I'll be able to see the most of the city. Yeah, it is a fort. It's the fort is Fort Independence. It's on Castle Island in South Boston. I'm trying to be creepy. But yeah, I would like to see the St. Patrick's Day parade tomorrow. I don't know if I'm going to be able to. It depends on what time the parade starts, what time it ends, what time, I don't know, all kinds of stuff. What time everything is. It depends on what time the 5K, what time I finish the 5K, and what time the parade starts. So, and then if I can get from Somerville or wherever it was to down closer, down to Southie. So, we'll see. Who knows? I probably won't be able to, but it's fine. It's always next year. Actually, I'll probably miss it next year too, because if I can, I'd like to do the same 5K next year again. It's cold. It was actually really nice. When I got here, people were walking around in like shorts. The sunset's pretty. I wonder if the bathroom system. Probably not. Not that I'd bring you in there with me, but I mean, I'm an open person, but that's much for me. What shoes am I wearing? I am wearing Vivo Barefoot hiking boots currently. They're actually really comfortable. I pretty much only wear barefoot shoes. I have a pair of barefoot sneakers that I got off Amazon. They're like the Amazon brand, and they're actually really comfortable. And then I bought these for the winter because obviously the sneakers were not good for you barefoot in your boots right now. I have socks on in my boots, but they're actually kind of thin socks because I messed up today, and I thought the 5K was today, but it's actually tomorrow. So I got ready to actually do the 5K today, but then screwed up. But I'm barefoot in my socks, and generally when the weather's warm, I am constantly barefoot. I hate wearing shoes. Unless I actually have to go in somewhere, then I obviously put shoes on. But I usually wear flip-flops instead of regular shoes all summer, unless I actually have to do. Can I be your sister? Sure. I wouldn't mind another brother. so dark over there, but so
Get up! Hey, welcome to Castle Island, baby!
all the St. Patty's Day drunks.
Hey, Castle Island! Yeah! How you doing, man? Have a good night. Damn.
Adios? I don't know. I gotta find my car keys. Where's doggy? Doggy's peeing. Trying to get my keys out of my pocket. That bus smells bad. Sorry, I had my glove in my mouth. Put it on my... I'm cold. I had gloves on too. And I put my coat on. Man. I'm gonna charge this. I was using like this battery pack thing I got from is this dude coming behind the bus to piss? Bro, he's legitimately peeing. Like, at least he looks like he's peeing. Maybe he's not. I don't know. Are they all peeing? They're all, oh my god. I'm pretty sure all three of those dudes are literally pissing right now. I mean, maybe not, but they definitely look like they are. And the fact that he looked like he was about to pee behind the bus. And he's fiddling with his pants. He's for sure peed. Oh my god. I mean, not gonna lie, I've definitely been there. You know, drunk and needing a toilet, I guess. Dude, there's another one about to do it too. Holy sh... There's literally bathrooms right down the road. I've been okay, Ryan. How have you been? Still dealing with some of the COVID effects, but not as bad as I was. Definitely feeling much better. Oh, excuse me. I literally can't get over the fact that these people are literally just pissing right into freaking Boston Harbor, which, I mean, the water's polluted anyway, so it's not like it's that big of a deal. Like, the fish pee in it too, I know, but it's like, I feel like when guys do that, it's just kind of like, no offense to the guys, but it's kind of like a rub it in the face of the girls, like, haha, we can stand and pee and you can't. I mean, girls can stand and pee, but it just would make a lot bigger of a mess. Well, I mean, I guess it depends on how you do it, but men can do it a lot more discreetly. Dale is freaky, right? He's asking about my toes. I mean, I'm sure my feet are somewhere on my YouTube channel. Not necessarily because, like, I intentionally put my feet on my YouTube channel, but I'm sure at some point during recordings, I'm sorry, I'm trying to plug this into the USB outlet thing in my car and it's fighting me. But yeah, I'm like 99% sure at some point my feet have appeared on YouTube. It might be just like a glimpse of me walking and then having to put the camera down, but I'm pretty sure it's there somewhere. Oh, that's why I'm sitting here and I'm like, why did my phone just yell at me, telling me that, yeah, finally I plugged in. You see, it's charging now. But my phone just yelled at me and told me that it's like dying again. And I'm like, I know, but why are you yelling at me? You're plugged in. And then I was like, oh yeah, because I unplugged it to plug the other thing in. Because it has two spots on it, one for USB, one for USB-C and one for regular USB. So. X-Men 97 animated series is getting a second season in 2026. What? I didn't know the X-Men 97 animated series was a thing. Where do you watch that? I like X-Men. I'm just not up to date with things. Because I'm not one of the cool kids. Oh. I want to walk over to that bathroom to see if it's open. But I also don't want to go back outside and walk over to the bathroom just to find out it's closed. I don't know. I'm going to drive closer. And then I'm going to probably I'm going to drive closer to the bathroom. So that way at least it's not as long of a walk to find out that it's closed. And then, I guess, see if it's open. And if it is open, yay. If not, I'm gonna have to figure something out before or on the way to do work. I don't know. We'll see, I guess. My back hurts. I'm tired, and I still have to like DoorDash. Like, I'm not like too tired to drive type tired, but I'm just, you know, a little bit tired. I've been up since early this morning. I don't know, there was a sign saying bathrooms and there was an arrow earlier, but I don't know if they closed them. Alright. I'm gonna walk over to the bathrooms. I'm gonna leave the live stream on while I go. Like, I'm not gonna bring you with me because the bathroom's literally right there, but so if anybody comes back and I'm not here, if anybody leaves or whatever, if you leave, I don't blame you, but I will try to live stream on my drive to Newport. Gen Beta. I was wondering what the next generation was gonna be called. Gen Z is almost 30 years old. That's crazy. It's also crazy to think that I'm looped in with the millennials. I'm like an elder millennial, but I'm technically a millennial. But the thought that like my younger brother is a millennial and I'm a millennial is weird to me because he's like 9 years younger than me, so it's just weird. I don't know. But I will be right back. If you're here, cool. If not, I understand. But again, and if my phone dies while I'm gone, I'm sorry. But I'm really hoping those toilets are open. BRB. I think the battery in my remote is dying because it didn't. What does my feet look like? I don't know. They look like feet. I think the battery on my remote is dying because it didn't unlock my car until you left your phone in your car. Yeah, I left my phone in my car. I wanted to let it charge because it was dying. I know, dangerous, especially in Boston, but I mean, my feet and toes look like regular feet and toes. I got 10 of them. Well, 10 toes. 2 feet, 10 toes. Yeah, so the bathrooms, actual brick and mortar building for the bathroom is not open. However, there's porta potties. Gross. Porta potties are terrible. But they're better than nothing. Pink or red on the bottom? I don't know. I don't think they're red. I don't know. I didn't study my feet. You can Google what feet look like. And if you Google what feet look like, it probably looks similar to mine. I don't know. I don't study my feet. The airplanes, the plane, the plane. God, I wish I was on a plane. Heading to Australia right now. My AC is still on from earlier. Yeah, I would think that the restrooms would have been open, but I don't know. Especially seeing as I saw a DCR truck, Department of Conservation and Recreation, like the state parks truck, driving around earlier. One almost like when I was walking up the pathway towards the fort. I was recording an airplane, and like out of the corner of my eye, I saw the truck like coming at me, and I was just like, what the fuck? I was so surprised because I wasn't expecting a vehicle to be on the path, but I don't know. I assume, I don't know, like a little while ago the party bus pulled up and like a bunch of dudes jumped out and started peeing on the beach. So I don't know. But tomorrow is probably gonna be nuts with people drinking. Well, I mean, with people drinking and peeing everywhere. I don't know. I have to drive, so that's gonna be interesting. There's a parade in New York City though. I mean, on Monday. Ours is tomorrow. And I want to go to the parade, but I'm also doing a 5K tomorrow. So, and I don't know what time the 5K ends, and I don't know what time the parade starts. I haven't, well, I mean, the 5K, I guess, ends whenever you finish it. So it depends on how fast you run. And I don't run very fast. So who knows how long it'll take me to finish. But it starts at 11, the 10K starts at 11 a.m. I don't know what time the parade starts. I have a feeling it's probably sometime in the morning or early afternoon. So for me to finish the 10K and then get to Southie, I doubt that's gonna happen like in time to watch the parade, unfortunately. But oh well. I want to do this parade. I mean, I wanted to do this 10K, 5K, and the other one I looked at was the one that actually like runs ahead of the parade. Like it runs basically the parade route, but just before the parade. But I don't remember what time that one was. But I know that one actually had a time limit on it because you have to be able to finish it before the parade catches up to you, I guess. Obviously, I mean, it makes sense because you don't want to be like, and like the parade's like, move, bitch, get out of the way. But I don't know if I'd want to be on the struggle bus trying to run in front of all those people lined up to watch the damn parade, because you run the parade route. So like, I don't need that many people watching me struggle. I hate running. And I'm bad at it. So for me to be like dying in front of that many people would be really embarrassing. Have you been to haunted places? I've been to the Haunted Mansion at Disney. No, the house I grew up in was haunted. And I'm pretty sure my mom's house is haunted. Yeah. I've seen, there's been like huge like framed canvas paintings that have just randomly fallen off the wall. I remember I was a little, like, I don't know, a couple months ago, I was at my mom's house and like I'm sitting there in the living room and I hear a big bang out in the sunroom, and the dog started going nuts, and I'm like, what? And he like ran running that way. So I got up and I like followed him because I didn't know what the noise was, because my mom was, she was either at work or she was in her room, and my stepfather was sleeping. So I knew it wasn't either of them, and I was like worrying, like, did somebody like was the door unlocked? Did somebody come in? Like, what happened? So maybe my mom was sleeping or in her room. I don't know. For some reason, I didn't think it was her. Either that or it was like too early for her to be home. But I think it was probably after she had gone to bed. Maybe. I don't know. I don't remember like when it was. But all I know is I knew it wasn't her. And I knew it wasn't my stepfather. And I knew it wasn't the dog because he was right here, like next to me. And I don't know where the cat was. But so I carefully, like cautiously, like go out and I like open the door and I look into the sunroom. And at first I didn't notice, and then like I stepped out because they have like a screen door that goes. They have like an actual like door with a deadbolt that goes into their sunroom, but then they also have like a screen door too. And so like I stepped like past the screen door and kind of looked towards the actual door that goes outside, and there was this like big canvas painting face down on the ground, and it had been up on the wall. I have no idea how it fell. No idea. Freaked me out though. I've also like seen the cat randomly look like it's playing with something even though there's nothing there. I don't know. She's weird though. She might just be being weird. The house I grew up in though, apparently when I was little I used to talk to a man died in the house. My dad before my parents like had me, my dad owned the house and he used to rent it out to a family. Well, the father of that family had passed away in the house, and like shortly, well, I don't know, maybe like a few months to a year before my dad ended up getting married to my mom, and I was on the way, and they wanted to move back into he wanted to move into his own house, so they ended up moving to somewhere else, and my parents moved back into my dad's house, well, their house, whatever. So but prior to that, the man that they were renting, one of the people that they were renting to in the family died, and my dad, who anytime you talk about like anytime spooky stuff or whatever, my dad's always like, yeah, whatever. Like, I don't think he really believes in ghosts, but he was like, but there was one time it was really weird, and I was like, what? And he was telling me, and he said that when I was little, I was like still young enough to like be in like a toddler bed or like a crib, but I was old enough that I was like starting to like make some words, and I was like talking to somebody, and him and my mom came like down the hall, and they were like, who are you talking to? And I basically told them like the nice man, and they're like, there's nobody there. I was like, was. So yeah, apparently I used to talk to the ghost in my house. If you're there at night, it'll randomly, like, the floor creaks in certain spots along like the hallways and like stuff, and same thing with the stairs. Certain steps and certain spots in the hallway make certain noises, and if you grow up in the house, you know where each noise is coming from, type thing. And sometimes you'll be sitting there at night and you'll hear the floor creak, but like in the pattern as if somebody was walking through the house. It's kind of creepy. That used to freak me out when I was home alone. And then I've also had friends tell me that one of my friends, she told me that she had seen somebody, like a figure. And then one of my ex-husband, he said that he had seen something as well. No, I'm not being held hostage. Why are you always asking me that? Shrek 5 movie will be in theaters in 2026. I didn't know there was going to be a Shrek 5. That's interesting. I've also also been a lot of places in Boston and in Salem, and I'm pretty sure a lot of places here are pretty haunted because people have died pretty much everywhere here. So, give me a second. It might disturb the live stream, but I'm gonna go over to my, thank you. I appreciate your checking on me. I have to go check my GPS to see how to get back to the highway, so that way I can start heading south. I also need to fix my DoorDash time, and then I will be right back. Okay, next to me is listening to really loud music. I'd be getting $4 bonus per order, but it ends at 8:20, and I'm not going to be there until almost 9. If it messes with my stuff, I'm not sure, but I know that when I'm doing restream it does. But wow, brain fart. Oh, I forgot. Oh, I'm gonna need the GPS to get to the highway. Once I get to the highway, I will come back. I'm not sure if you'll be able to hear me or see me though. So if I'm making weird sounds or faces and you can see them, I'm sorry. Do I have a game console? No, I don't. I used to have an Xbox, but it was in my storage. I missed like a payment or two, and they auctioned off all my shit. So I do not have a gaming console anymore. I also don't have a TV or a lot of my stuff. Honestly, like certain things I'm not that big, like I'm not that worried about, because like I could purchase a new game console. I can, like, at some point if I wanted to. But the things I'm mostly upset about are like family heirlooms and like photos that I can't replace. Still really butthurt about that, because I don't even think I had missed my second payment. Either I had just missed the second payment, or it was about to miss the third payment. I don't remember, but either they either auctioned it off just before the second payment missed, or just before the third payment missed. I can't remember, but it wasn't that long. So like, whereas like in the past I had another storage unit that was in another state that had stuff that the majority of the stuff that was in it I didn't really care that much about. Like I cared, but like it wasn't the end of the world if it got auctioned off type thing, and I didn't have the money, so I was like, and I let it go, and that took like 4 months before they auctioned that shit off. So I was really surprised that the other company, like, literally was very quick. I want to say it was after just before the second missed payment, and I was like, what? I was so mad. I'm still pissed off about it, to be completely honest with you. But no, short answer, I do not have a gaming console. I honestly have thought about getting like a Switch or something small, but I don't know. I'm not really a gamer. I don't play games very much. Even when I had the gaming console, most of what I did with it was used it to watch like YouTube, Netflix, things like that. I did also sometimes play like Call of Duty, but I'm really bad at Call of Duty. I'm bad at video games in general, so which is and I also don't really have the patience, which is part of the reason why. Oh, there's a second Switch coming out. Good to know, good to know. They're so expensive. Like, I don't understand why gaming consoles are so expensive. Who's got the money for that shit? Like, it'd be one thing if I like played it all the time. But I don't know, maybe eventually I'll get one. But if I do, I'll probably, like you said, wait for the newer one if a newer one's coming out. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not a gamer, so for the most part, I don't really see the point in spending the money on something like a Switch or whatever, unless it's on sale, like maybe like a Black Friday thing or something. But to like play occasionally, for the most part though, I normally don't. For the most part, a day-to-day thing, I don't really see the point because I wouldn't use it very frequently. It would be like an occasional thing that I would use. Like if I was a regular gamer and I gamed all the time, it'd be different because it'd be something like I'd be paying money for something that I'm going to use all the time. What's more expensive? Sorry, going over bumps, I can't read it. What's more expensive for the games and the service for the game console? Wait, there's a service for the game console now too? Great. Yeah, the games are expensive too. It's like, I don't know, last time I even looked at games, they were like over $50 per game. They're probably more expensive now, but I think the last time I looked at it was like when my brother was younger and I was looking at games for him, and I was just like, fuck that, I'm not buying that. My mom can buy him that. They're like, here, here's a shirt, Merry Christmas, happy birthday. I will drive safe, thank you, Ryan. I'll at least try you. I am gonna switch over to the GPS at least until I get to the highway. So if you can't see or hear me, I am sorry. And then once I get to the highway, I can switch back because I know where I am once I get to the highway. So be right back, hopefully. I have my heat on because most of what's cold on me is my toes. And to person asking about my toes, no, I'm not going to show you my cold toes. But my feet are cold just from walking around outside. It says it's 48 degrees out, but when I looked at the weather when I had first gotten to Castle Island, so it was before the temperature even dropped, even though it was in the, I want to say it was like in the 40s or 50s when I got there. I don't know, the real feel was a lot cooler. I hope the weather tomorrow is good.